Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. Just a quick one. Well, hopefully. This is to answer the question. So questions. The question is, what size tyres do I need? Or what's the biggest tyres I can fit on? Or who's got, anything related around tyres. We're going to keep it short. The short answer is the best size tyre for you to use is the standard size tyre. And that on most Prados, for example, which is what we specialise in, so that's what we're talking about, so we're not going to go on to other things. Just the plain old 265 65 17 found on most 120 Prados and most 150 Prados. That's the best size overall. Now, what's the best for you might be different to what's the general best answer, okay? So for some people, maybe 265 70 17s, they've been popular for a long time. It's kind of like the next size up. Well, it's kind of two sizes up, because you can go 275 65, they're kind of like half an inch bigger, and you go 265 70, did I just say it right? So 265 65 is the standard. Yeah, 275 65, yeah, they're about half an inch bigger. And then you can go 265 70s, which are about an inch bigger. The standard size is about 31s, right? And it varies. When we're talking abouts, because every tyre manufacturer, they vary. One tyre varies to the next, right? So standard size, 265, 65, 17, you're going to get your best fuel economy. The vehicle's going to be the most drivable. Everything works well. By putting bigger tyres on, you gear it up, you're making it work harder, you're putting more load on everything. I also hear from people that have problems with bearings. Once you put different aftermarket wheels with different offsets and big tyres, rest assured, I guarantee you it reduces the life of your bearings. You can do whatever you want, doesn't bother me. I just give advice, okay? So you can go and put bigger, you can go and put zero offset, whatever you like, and it's only 10 mil, 20 mil, 30 mil. I can tell you right now, they designed it with that offset, whatever it is. I'm not going to say whether it's 25 or 30, depends what car, whatever it is. There's a reason why they did that, okay? So your best thing is, look, I'll tell you what I know about wheels just quickly. I see a lot of aftermarket wheels cause problems with studs and stuff like that. The genuine wheels are really strong. They're the most used wheels out there on the tracks. They don't get damaged. They're strong wheels, okay? They look decent. If you paint them black, you can do that cheap as chips. Don't worry about this set of wheels and tyres. Just something in the picture for you to have a look at. You know what, let's go look at a different tyre the same size while we're talking. 265 65 17, standard size, right? They go through the mud, they go through everything. If you pick your line, you'll learn to drive better. It's a bit like, who's got a motorbike? Anyone got a motorbike? When you start learning to ride a bike, you don't go and buy an R1, okay? You don't go and buy a 1000cc, a Hayabusa, mate, 1300cc, fastest bike. You don't do that for your first bike. You get a 250, you learn how to ride, you build your way up, maybe a 600, 400, 600, 750, whatever. You might go for 1,000, whatever you want. Depends if you like going fast in a straight line or if you want a bike that handles. Same thing with tyres, right? Learn how to drive the vehicle. By not having the clearance, practice placing your tyres in the right spot so that you don't scrape under the vehicle, okay? If you're in a place that gets highly used by people with bigger tyres, it doesn't matter if you go a size up, you're still going to belly out and drag a bit. The difference clearance is about, we're talking about 10 millimeters difference. Half an inch is 12.5 mil, but like I said, every tyre varies. So by going from a road tyre to an off-road tyre, you're generally going to get a bit more clearance anyway. Look at these, they look chunky enough, don't they? They look alright. I'm not promoting these tyres. These are pretty good overall package on off-road tyre, we'll say while we're at it. They're really good on road, and they're pretty good off-road, okay? So they are a good package. I think I've done another bit of a review on them. If I haven't, I'll probably do it again, give it a bit more time. A little bit soft in the sidewall, but haven't had any permanent damage. One's got a bit of a slice in it, but I get that with K02s anyway. You go and use them, that's what you're going to get, The most exposed part of the sidewall of the tyre, while we're at it, it's where it sticks out the most, along around about here, and that's where they're the thinnest. Go and have a feel of your tyres, not on your car, at the tyre shop, Go and stick your hand in there and feel near the bead. You'll feel it's really thick, and as you come up the sidewall, it gets thinner. It gets a bit thicker up near the corner, near the tread too, but right in the middle of that sidewall, where it's most exposed to rubbing on something, that's your thinnest area, so you need to be aware of that. But this is not about how to drive or how to look after your tyres. It's what's the best size. Best size, 265, 65, 17. What's the best for someone that doesn't take the vehicle to work, doesn't drive it during the week, only goes out on the weekends, hitting the tracks every time, and he wants to do the hardest tracks? Course 35s are going to be the best, mate. Biggest tyres, give them the traction. You're going to need to rebuild your diffs and change the ratios because you geared it up with the tyres. You need to gear it down with the diffs and all that sort of thing. How far can you go without changing your diffs? Okay, so a little bit more comes into it. But I'm getting bored looking at these tyres. Let's go and look at a better set of tyres. Okay, so now we're looking at a decent set of wheels and tyres, okay? Nice genuine rims, nice offset, nice quality tyres that last, really good off-road traction, and of course they're a little bit compromised on the road compared to those first set of road tyres, and I'll call them intermediates, those other Grand Trek all-terrain AT3Gs, still quite good on the road, while being a decent upgrade for off-road, right? These, they're not bad on road, but they're compromised, quite compromised compared to an on-road tyre, that first highway or road tyre, okay? Chalk and cheese. You can go up to 33s, right? That's probably like your 285, 285 70s or something I think they use. Been too long, I can't remember. Someone could put it on the put it in all the comments. What size tyres do you guys run? Put it in the comments. Tell us what your vehicle is, if it's a 120 or 150, what year it is. You know what? Chuck in what suburb you're in, what state and suburb if you don't mind. Let's do a bit of a have a look, see who's around, and what size tyres you run and why you chose that size, and if you find any negatives to that, okay? So 33s, you've geared the vehicle up. You're on 33, so you've got yourself an extra 25 millimeters of clearance maximum, okay? It's not much, 1 inch, right? 25 mil. It's not going to save or break the day, but what's going to happen is you're going to break the bank one way or the other. You're going to use more fuel. The vehicle's not going to be as enjoyable to drive. When you put your foot down, it's not going to go. You've geared it up, okay? You're putting more load on everything the whole time, okay? So the transmission's going to get hotter more easily. When you're coming down hills and you're in first low range and it's slippery and muddy and you're out of control, you're going to be going faster on those 33s than you are on 31s, okay? So there's a lot of things to think about. The positive of bigger tyres is, depending on the gearing, if you're towing and you want to be in fourth, by having bigger tyres in fourth keeps the revs down a little bit. So if you're towing a caravan, you want to travel at 100, 110, and you find fifth's revving a bit too low, and it's using fuel, and you want to drop it back to fourth, like we say, with the A750F, the 5-speed behind the 1KD, then sometimes having the 70 series just drops that revs a little bit more to make it a nice balance, okay? Something to think about. You certainly use more fuel as your tyres get bigger. That's a fact, but it's not a lot more. You've got to take into account, because the tyre's bigger, that's not calculated in the vehicle. So your odometer says you've only travelled 950 Ks, when in fact you've travelled 1,000. So you've got to take that 5% roughly into account, going from a 265/65 to a 265/70. And if you go for a 265 to a 265/75, let's say, it's that again, so it's double. So you just you're throwing your, basically don't think your speedo and your odometer are the same either. The odometer's correct, the speedo's out. You correct your speedo going up to 70, so that's a positive, but you've just thrown your odometer out. So you've fixed one problem to cause another, okay? So it's not that important. Your best, my answer's still the same for most people. The best size tyre is the standard 265, 65, 17. Your speedo will be 4Ks out, to your advantage, not getting a speeding ticket. If you want to get there faster, bump it up 4Ks faster, like what I do. Speed, do 104, do 114, 115. You're not speeding, you're just doing the speed limit. That's why everyone's behind you and you're going, why are all these people going so fast? It's because your Toyota Speedos are out. What's the best size tyre to fit to a Prado or Hilux in general? 265, 65, 17. You know the deal. If you've found it helpful, give us the thumbs up and subscribe. Turn the bell on. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, we're in a bit of a ding, 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 ding day. And, you know, in the comments, let us know what size tyres you went for. if you've got any regrets, so people can read and go, yeah, you know, don't just, look, it doesn't make any difference to me. I don't care what size tyres you run. You've just seen three lots of tyres that I own, that I use on my vehicles, and they're all 265/65, okay? I'll tell you, we used to run 70s. The vehicle used to use more fuel. Didn't get you anywhere. 12 millimetres of clearance, 10 millimetres. What matters more is where you place your tyres. Did I get your attention there? Thanks for watching to the end, guys. Remember, stick around for the ads if there is any, and I might make some money, and then we've got to make more videos. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Thanks for your support. See you.